Well, hello and welcome to Life on Board AmyJo. And we've finished our trip now to Uplands Marina, where we last left you, to have the windows fitted. And we've been busy since we last saw you, haven't we, Chris?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, where are we off to? I think we're off to...
Llangollen, aren't we?
Yeah, we're off to Ellsemere now to have the blacking done in the dry dock there. So we've got to get there, and I'm going to have to travel backwards and forwards, not knowing where I'm going home to, actually.
That's right.
From work.
Yeah, we came back to Tattenhall Marina. We've had a couple of days there, and now we're making our way back down the Shroppy yet again to Barbridge, and we're going to spend the night there, and then we're going to start heading up the Llangollen via Hurleston Junction with all the locks, and eventually the aim is to get to Ellsemere and Blackwater Meadow Marina, where AmyJo will be taken into dry dock for the hull to be painted. Now, for the non-boaters, that essentially means that we put a bituminous paint on the hull below the waterline and just above it, and that helps to protect the hull. So, if you're comfortable, we'll get things rolling, shall we?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Okay. Having left Upton, we retraced our steps back to Tattenhall, and then went back down the Shropshire Union to Barbridge, where we spent the night. And from there, we carried on down the Shropshire Union to Hurleston Junction, up the Hurleston Flight, and made our way along the Llangollen through Burland until we got to Wrenbury, where we stayed the night. I don't know if you can see this, guys, but just look at that. What a view. Here we start our trip up to towards Ellsemere to get the hull blacked, and we're just leaving the bottom lock of Hurleston Locks. Lockie's up ahead setting the locks for me, so that's nice. Lock 2 of the Hurleston Flight. And another Lockie is helping me out today. That's lock 2 done. Now we're moving up into lock 3. And once again, the Lockies are really being good. They're helping me through. I'm so glad we have these Lockies. They work hard. They're up here in all weathers. They should really be thanked more than they are. But there you go. Made my job a lot easier, that's for sure. So we're in the top lock now. That's the flight down behind me. The Lockie there is just waiting to finish filling the lock so I can go through. Going to stop for water, and then we're carrying on. Destination today, all being well, is Wrenbury, but we'll see how we do. And this is what the Llangollen is all about. It supplies water for the reservoir here at Hurleston, and there is where it enters the reservoir from the canal. Well, it's the 16th of October. It's a lovely bright morning. We've just come up the Hurleston Locks, as you saw, and we're now making our way to Wrenbury. And what a beautiful morning. I mean, for an autumn morning, or even I know it's only about 9 o'clock, half 9, but such a beautiful morning. This is Swanley Marina. It's about an hour's cruise from Hurleston Junction, It's quite a pretty little marina, this one. Lovely little place for sale there. Just left the middle of the 3 Baddeley locks, and luck's been on my side. The first one, I was about to go in the lock as a boat turned up, and they insisted on working the lock for me. And I've just arrived at the middle one here, and there's another couple going down, and they've worked the lock for me as well. So today I've been really lucky on the locks. I've had help in every lock. Good news, there's a boat just coming out the last lock, and I think it's going to hit me, but there you go. That's the last of the Baddeley locks out the way. Good fortune favoured. There's another boat waiting to just turned up as I was coming out, so didn't have to shut the gates. So now we're clear run into Wrenbury, and the sun's out. It's an absolutely gorgeous day. Still a bit on the chilly side, but hey ho, it's not bad at all actually. It's been a good cruise so far. Looks like that's seen better days. Phew, I've just done my first lift bridge single-handed. That was interesting. I found the best way to do it was get the bow at the hinge of the bridge and the stern on the towpath, take the bow line, walk across the bridge with it and tie it off, lift the bridge, then walk down the gunnels and tie the stern line on, motor through, hold her on the stern line while I lower the bridge, and job done. So it wasn't as hard as I thought. The only bit I didn't like was I had to walk down the gunnel, which is okay today because it's nice and dry, but had it been wet and raining, wouldn't have been very good. But I've managed it and I'm quite proud of myself. Well, it's 1:20 in the afternoon and I've just managed to find the last mooring spot before the Wrenbury electric lift bridge. So we're here for tonight. I'm gonna have a bit of lunch and we'll settle down for Chris to come home, and then tomorrow we're aiming for Whitchurch. But it's been a lovely day. Look at that sky. Yeah, a Simpson sky I call that. Very good. Having spent the night on the visitors' moorings at Wrenbury, the next day we tackled the lift bridge at Wrenbury Mill. This is electrified. We then continued our cruise along the Llangollen going upstream, passing through 4 locks: Marbury Lock, Coisey Lock, Willymore Lock and Povey's Lock, before attempting the 3 single and staircase locks at Grindley Brook. From there it's a short cruise to the Whitchurch Arm. However, we could only moor on the main line because the arm was full with moored boats. Later that day, some of the boats pulled out and we managed to move AmyJo into the arm and stayed there until the Tuesday when Chris returned to work.
You be a good boy for Daddy. Mummy go work. See you soon.
Our first lock of the day. This is Marbury Lock. We've got about 3 to do today before we reach Grindley Brook. That's a lovely little cottage there. When we set off this morning, it was really clear morning. But as we're progressing, I notice there's mist starting to form on the cut. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Starting to get a bit of a mist forming on the cut now. Absolutely surreal. Well, just come through, weirdly named, Coisley Lock. So that's the second one. And we've got another 2 to do before we reach Grindley Brook. Hopefully the lockies will be on there. More lock. And one of these days this pub will be open when I come through here. I've never known it to be open yet. Willymore Lock, here we go. The next one is Povey Lock. And thank you very much to the couple on the hire boat behind. The good lady there helped me up through the lock, so I only had to work half of the lock. There we go. What a beautiful day again today. I've been really lucky with the weather. A bit more cloud, but otherwise not too bad. Well, I've been really lucky so far. There's the 3 locks, Coisley, Willymore and this one, Povey's Lock. They've all been in our favour. And it's literally a case of just walking up to the gates, opening them up and motoring in. And as I've actually done that, another boat has turned up. Not so I fear for this one. AmyJo's down there ready to come in. And we'll just open the last of the 2 gates. And lo and behold, in the distance, another boat's on its way. So my luck's running with me today. We're just coming into Grindley Brook locks, and this is the bottom lock, and the first of 3 separate locks, and then the staircase. So all being well, should be in our favour with any luck. Lock 2 of the Grindley Brook flight, and the gods have favoured us again. We have a lockie helping us this morning on this lock, and as luck would have it, he'd only come down for a walk, so really grateful. And Smudge has had enough, he's settled down, bless him. He'll have a nice walk when we get moored up. Well, we're in the 3rd of the locks now, and just the staircase to do after this one. Bit of a struggle on the last lock. The top gate would only open halfway, and it took 2 of us to get the gate open. It rode up and over something, presumably a submerged fender, I would think. Just round that corner is the staircase, the Grindley Brook staircase, and the traffic you can see in the background there, that's the busy A41. And Chris and I have travelled up and down that many a time. I'd like £1 for as many times I've been up and down that. Quite strong weirs today. The bywashes are quite vicious coming into the locks, but we're managing. AmyJo just finishing off, coming up. Got Francis on, or rather a modified Francis. I don't know if you can see this. So there's the LED flood lamp inside. Now purists would say I've ruined it, but we're yet to see how that works. Unfortunately we've got a bit of a hold up at the moment. There's 2 boats coming down the staircase, so we can't proceed until they're clear. So we're just waiting here holding. I can see the bottom lock being let down, so the first of the 2 is in the bottom lock. Thank you. We've got a bit of a queue building up behind us as well, which is not good. Now entering the first of the Brook chamber staircase under the bridge. Lockies are already up there waiting for me. So, Smudge isn't though, a little bit unsure. That's it. Brook locks are a 3-chamber set. This is the bottom chamber, and the lockie's just going to start sending me up into the next chamber. That's why the gates look so tall. They're not very deep locks, they're about 8 feet deep, but because of the 3 chambers, the top gates always look taller. You can just about make out the other boat in the top chamber there. That's the helm sitting on the back of the boat through the hole in the gates there. So it gives you an idea of how high we're rising up today. It's the cafe that Gary and Kim on Chuggabugs enjoyed a coffee in the nice sunshine. We're not so lucky, we don't get sunshine, we just get cloud. At least it's not raining yet. The heavens have now opened up and it's now raining. Half of the course, I'm afraid. But that's the joys of boating in the winter. We're now in the middle chamber. One more boat coming up behind us. Rising, ready to go into the top chamber. Lockies are doing a sterling job. It's just had a bit of a rainpour. And it's stopped now, thank God. And now you can see the full extent of the lock flight. We're in the top chamber now. The toll house in the corner there. And that way to Whitchurch. Well, it's 2:30. I've just come through the Whitchurch swing bridge and the Whitchurch arm is just there. The arm itself was absolutely full, so there was absolutely no chance of getting moored in there. I have managed to moor just after the arm on visitors' moorings. It's far from ideal because it's on a bit of a bend, as you can see. Back end sticking out a little bit, but it's not too far. She's good here, and this will be us for the weekend now. I don't know if you can see the leaves falling. It's just like it's snowing. We're ideally placed for the weekend. I don't know if you can see the building through the trees there. That's a brand new Aldi supermarket. So Chris is going to have a bit of a walk to get to me once she's parked the car. But if she parks in the Aldi supermarket, she might be able to get down onto the towpath. We'll see.